All right, let's talk about a question that I think hits right at the heart of our modern lives. In this world of just endless digital noise, what's the true cost to our spiritual focus? It often starts with a very simple and I think a very common experience. Have you ever had this moment? You pick up your phone for just a second, maybe to check one little thing, and then suddenly you look up and an entire hour has just vanished. Poof, gone. You've been scrolling, but you can't even really remember what you saw. It's a feeling that's so common, it's pretty much universal at this point. Well, there's actually a name for this phenomenon. It's called doom scrolling. It's that cycle of just consuming one piece of content right after another. And a lot of times it's negative stuff that leaves us feeling drained and kind of anxious. The thing is, it's not just about wasting time. It's an activity that actively works against our peace of mind. And that feeling of being drained and totally unfocused, that leads us directly into what you could call the attention trap. Because the real currency our devices are after, what they really want from us, isn't just our time, it's our focus. Just think about it for a second. Every single notification, every email, every new post, it's like a tiny little claim on your attention. So over the course of a day, your focus isn't just diverted, it is absolutely shattered. We end up living in this state of continuous partial attention, where we're never really fully present in any single moment. So, why does this matter beyond just feeling a bit frazzled or unproductive? Well, this brings us to the very core of our explainer today, the spiritual cost. This whole thing isn't just about productivity. It's about our very ability to connect with what truly matters. Now, what's so interesting here is the contrast this presents. It's so clear. On one side, you've got the hustle-bound mind. It's fragmented, it's anxious, and it's constantly just reacting to the next digital ping. But on the other side, you have the mind stayed on the Lord, which is focused, peaceful, and intentional. The difference is just night and day. And, this is not some new idea. This wisdom from Isaiah speaks directly to our modern dilemma. The promise of perfect peace is tied to having a steadfast mind, a stable and focused mind. A mind that isn't constantly being pulled in 1,000 different directions. So if that's the problem, what on earth is the solution? Well, a really powerful framework to start pushing back against all that chaos is this idea of a digital Sabbath, basically creating intentional space for rest and focus in our crazy tech-saturated world. Now, let me be super clear. This is not about throwing your smartphone in a river. It's about practicing what's known as Christian Digital Minimalism. It's a huge shift in mindset from letting technology use you to you purposefully using technology in a way that aligns with your values and your calling. And the best part is, this isn't just some big abstract idea. Nope, it comes with a very clear, very practical action plan to help us all start reclaiming that lost focus. The plan is really simple and memorable. It's just 3 key steps. First, create a buffer zone from your tech. Second, swap what you're consuming. And third, and this is maybe the most important, practice being intentional in everything you do online. Okay, so step 1 starts with this simple but really powerful number, 1 hour. The rule is to keep all screens off for 1 full hour before you go to bed. This creates a kind of sacred tech-free buffer. It gives your mind a chance to actually unwind, to quiet down, and to prepare for rest without the blue light and that endless stream of information. Step 2 is the swap. Instead of filling that pre-sleep hour with more scrolling, replace it with something deeper, like the richness of a real physical book. That single act replaces a fragmenting activity with one that actually cultivates deep focus and sustained thought. And this really gets to the why behind these steps. See, the goal isn't just to be a little less distracted. It's to reclaim your attention for what really matters. It's about deepening your focus, making actual space for prayer, rediscovering the almost lost art of silence, and ultimately living a life that's guided by purpose, not by notifications. Which, of course, brings us right back to the very beginning. All of these practical steps, that 1 hour buffer, swapping out the scroll for a book, they are all in service of answering a much, much bigger question. Because here is the ultimate takeaway. A fragmented, anxious, hustle-bound mind struggles to hear anything above the noise. It just can't. But a focused mind, a steadfast mind, now that is a mind that is prepared. It's ready to listen for, to recognize, and to respond to its purpose.
So we end where we began, with the exact same question. But now, hopefully, it carries a new weight. It's not just about lost time anymore, is it? It's about what that time, and more importantly, what that attention is truly for. Definitely something to think about.